This map reveals the global distribution of humanity, highlighting two contrasting realities. The bustling urban world houses the majority of us, while vast rural frontiers remain sparsely populated. One intriguing division is found in Africa. The African Sahel, with limited rainfall, sharply contrasts with the harsh Sahara Desert. Human habitation is virtually non-existent in this inhospitable landscape. The second notable border runs through the United States, separating distinct worlds. It predominantly follows a vertical trajectory, west of most major cities like San Antonio, Austin, and Winnipeg, marking the frontier of North America. The straight-line boundaries prompt contemplation about the factors shaping them, including history, geography, and human decisions. They reflect the interplay between civilization and nature, showcasing our planet's diversity. This captivating map reminds us of the immense tapestry of human existence, diverse landscapes, and the delicate balance between settlement and untamed frontiers that shape our world. Between the coastal pocket and the 98th meridian lies a vast stretch of the American interior, about one-third the size of the European Union. This region covers 8 U.S. states and parts of 9 others, yet surprisingly, only around 30 million people, about 9% of the U.S. population, reside there. To put this in perspective, it's similar to the population of the greater New York City metropolitan area. Most of these 30 million individuals live in a few urban oases scattered across the region. 3 oases, Phoenix, Denver, and Las Vegas, house around a third of the population. The top 8 oases, including Salt Lake City, Tucson, Albuquerque, El Paso, and Boise, account for over half of the population. Excluding these oases, less than 15 million people inhabit the vast remaining expanse, roughly equivalent to the population of Los Angeles and Orange County in Southern California alone. This contrasting distribution of population divided by the 98th meridian highlights the stark difference between the densely populated East Coast and the sparsely inhabited American West. It underscores the dichotomy between urban centers and the untamed frontiers within one of the world's most influential nations. This captivating map provides insights into the diverse realities experienced by humanity, showcasing the intricate tapestry of civilization shaped by geography, climate, and our choices in inhabiting and exploring our world. To truly grasp the significance of this division, let's replace the population density map with a captivating satellite view of the United States at night. We shift our focus eastward from the frontier cities. A mesmerizing chain of lights extends seamlessly to the bustling eastern seaboard and the Atlantic Ocean. However, as we move westward, a different panorama emerges. Vast stretches of darkness are sporadically interrupted by isolated islands of light and civilization. Crossing this invisible line from east to west reveals a stark contrast in the differences between communities, gas stations, and stores. Human settlement and development dynamics undergo a remarkable shift along this boundary. This invisible line, following the 98th meridian of longitude, marks the division between the more developed east and the comparatively rural west. It effectively splits the American population in half. Surprisingly, approximately 80%, a staggering 260 million people, reside in the east. In contrast, the remaining 20%, about 1 in 5 Americans, call the vast western region home. This western region, including Alaska, encompasses most of America's landmass. Notably within the region lies California, a state with a population surpassing even Canada, emerging as the most populous state in the country. This striking division prompts deep reflection on the historical, cultural, and geographical factors that have shaped settlement patterns in the United States. The contrast between the East and West highlights the diverse experiences and development across the country, influenced by natural resources, history, and human choices. The vast western landscape remains largely uninhabited, making it one of the most desolate regions in the 21st century. This emptiness becomes evident in various maps that depict seemingly unrelated aspects of the United States. For example, the average distance between McDonald's restaurants clearly reflects the presence of this line, as does the linguistic divide between firefly and lightning bug. Even a map illustrating tree diversity showcases the line, with fewer tree species to the west. This unspoken rule appears to extend beyond humans, as plants themselves seem to adhere to its influence. To comprehend the existence of this significant invisible line that holds sway over American society and civilization, we must turn to the observations made by John Wesley Powell several decades ago. In 1878, Powell, a geologist and explorer of the American West, noted a gradual decline in plant species as he ventured from the east to the west. This pattern he attributed to the stark difference in rainfall between the two regions. Powell drew a line to mark the boundary between the wetter east and the arid west, known as the 100th meridian line of longitude. Remarkably, this line still holds relatively true on modern maps depicting annual rainfall levels in the United States. Moving westward across North America, annual rainfall dramatically decreases. For example, Dallas, located east of the line, receives an average 38 inches of rain per year, while Abilene, just west of the line, receives only 26 inches. This pattern repeats itself along the line, such as with Oklahoma City receiving 33.5 inches of rainfall compared to Amarillo, which receives less than 20 inches. The scarcity of rainfall to the west of the line makes sustaining life and civilization considerably more challenging, resulting in sparser human populations and scattered trees. Powell's identification of the 100th meridian line is a significant piece of the intricate puzzle that defines the climate divide in North America. Various geographical factors come into play, shaping the climatic patterns across the continent. One such influential factor is the majestic Rocky Mountains, the third largest mountain range in the world, stretching over 3,000 miles from northern British Columbia to New Mexico. These towering peaks act as a formidable barrier that blocks most of the moisture from the Pacific Ocean, creating a rain shadow effect. Consequently, a vast shadow is cast over the North American plains, greatly limiting rainfall in the arid regions to the east of the Rockies. Indeed, the Rockies are not the sole contributors to the climate disparities in North America. Other mountain ranges also play a significant role in influencing weather patterns and the distribution of rainfall. The Cascade Range in the Pacific Northwest, along with the Klamath Mountains, the Transverse and Peninsular Ranges, and the formidable Sierra Nevada Mountains in the southwestern United States, all contribute to obstructing the flow of moisture from the Pacific. Collectively, these mountain ranges create a narrow strip of land along the west coast that receives ample rainfall, enabling the sustenance of dense populations. A compelling example of the impact of these geographic features can be observed in Southern California. Major cities such as Los Angeles and San Diego heavily rely on intricate irrigation and water diversion systems to compensate for the limited natural rainfall. These systems draw water from sources such as Northern California and the Colorado River, allowing these urban centers to thrive despite the arid conditions. With the continental interior of North America lacking moisture from the Pacific, alternative sources become scarce. Rivers and snow melts represent the primary sources of water, further limiting the ability to sustain large-scale human settlements in the arid regions beyond the line. In conclusion, the division between the heavily populated eastern United States and the sparsely inhabited western regions can be attributed to geographic factors such as mountain ranges and variations in rainfall patterns. These factors have shaped the distribution of population, influenced linguistic distinctions, and left a visible mark on various maps depicting different aspects of American society. The presence of mountain ranges like the Rockies, Cascades, and Sierra Nevadas creates barriers to the movement of moisture from the Pacific Ocean into the continental interior, resulting in a rain shadow effect and limited rainfall on the western side. In contrast, the Appalachians on the eastern side do not pose significant barriers, allowing moisture from the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico to sustain larger-scale agriculture without extensive irrigation. The difference in available freshwater and rainfall directly affects agricultural practices and population densities, with arid western regions requiring more complex irrigation methods and having lower productivity compared to the eastern side. Moreover, the line demarcating the wet and dry regions, represented by the 100th meridian line, has been shifting eastward over time, potentially influenced by global climate change. Water scarcity in the western regions, exacerbated by severe drought and over-reliance on limited water resources like the Colorado River, poses significant challenges. The need for complex irrigation systems strains water resources, leading to competition for water rights and potential conflicts among states and stakeholders. To address the water crisis, a comprehensive and sustainable approach is necessary, including efficient water management, conservation measures, investment in alternative water sources and technologies, and regional cooperation. Lessons from John Wesley Powell's proposals on water governance should be revisited, emphasizing integrated and collaborative approaches that recognize the interconnectedness of water resources and ensure equitable access for human and ecological needs. Climate change exacerbates the water crisis, with severe droughts and depletion of water sources highlighting the urgency of proactive adaptation strategies. By embracing innovative solutions, implementing sound water management practices, and fostering regional cooperation, it is possible to navigate the complex water challenges and build a resilient future for all regions of North America.